Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. We have ourselves another show with no guests. So, that means two things. That means I am sitting in the Great Debate audio room in my Discord, and I'm not even sure if my Discord audio is working today. I haven't tested it yet. And, well, the chat gets to pick. And who do we have in our chat today? We have Malevolent Rider, who's been popping in and out for a while today. We have Unwanted Reaper. Ooh, Malevolent Rider seems to be showing this to his parents. I hope I'm not too rude or crude for anybody to enjoy. But, yeah. But let's bring up BDSM and we'll see how the show goes from there. Great idea. Let me make a few mouse clicks on my side. And we will look at putting a board on the screen.
Welcome to the Great Debate.
All right, here we are aboard with 18 topics, and underneath every one is something to talk about. Nobody knows what's there, but we all know there's something. Where are we going to start today? Well, let's start with, while I bring that out to the crowd to make a purchase, the green room is open for up to 2 people to jump into, and I'll pull you on the show. As well as before the show, I was bored and messing around, so I decided to go through the bot, and I amended a few that were getting kind of boring, and then I added some for fun, because that's what I do. And Malevolent Rider says we should do school with a question mark, like he's not quite sure if that's appropriate, but let's find out. Children's education is important, but seems to not focus in advancement in the way that most people see it needs. Is education stagnant? Dun 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 dun. I need a Jaws sound effect in here for when I read a question and there's nobody here to answer. Here is another thought processes on the way school is going right now, and we all see the. How do we want to refer to this? We see the thank you for participating, here is your award. And thank you for winning, here is your equal but better award. And it's taking away the drive to excel beyond other students. And limiting the number of awards and rewards that somebody can get for doing something that people want them to do. Limiting that is going to limit the number of people who go after those. You're seeing right now, at least in the last few graduations of family members and friends that I've attended, you're seeing right now that they spend a good half an hour at these graduations giving out awards, certificates, and grants, and money to go to college. And so got $10,000 for 2 years at college under the Right for Women to Succeed grant. And so got $10,000 under the Right for First Time Women Achievers grant. And so got this, and it's like, wait a second, I didn't hear one men's grant. I saw 2 out of 36 people that got college grants or extra help. 2 of them were guys. 34 girls. One of the girls got 3 separate scholarship things or whatever. Pardon me. The problem that I'm seeing is we're not teaching people that the better you're going to do in school, the more opportunities you're going to have. We're teaching people that you have to be a special class to be eligible for these opportunities. We're teaching people that if you fall into a certain category that you might be a second-rate citizen. And, well, what that sounds like is that I'm saying that people who are born black or gay aren't going to get the things that they deserve in society. It's actually just the opposite. It's the people that are female, black, and gay who are getting the most that society has to offer. They're getting all the benefits, reaping all the rewards, and claiming that they're being put down at the same time. You're not creating the competition among the people who could probably compete the best. And what that's doing is it's not allowing students to achieve their full potential, I guess, causing the education to get stagnant because we're not advancing as fast as we probably should be. If we taught more or awarded more for people who were willing to put in the effort, then more people are going to be willing to put in the effort. You're leaving very little at the top for some people to strive for because you're pointing out that you want to prefer credit to people who are underrepresented and are under marginalized, and then or not under marginalized, or people who have been marginalized, and then you realize that you've done that to a point where the ones who are now being marginalized are the ones you were trying to bring everybody up to. So you superseded your expectations there. Do we have anything in chat? Almost like I froze or went offline. Green, green, green. And gamble away, Nightbot. Go for it. It causes problems. If you have a bunch of kids coming out of school all learning the exact same thing, but nobody's learning how to think for themselves, where are they going to improve on things? And yes, we have had improvements, but we haven't improved on much in the last couple of decades. To be honest, I wanted to do my usual stuff, but I wanted to show this to my parents, so I had to do school. I understand. School is important. We all know it is. And I even look at my kids, and it's almost like if a student seems to show that they're not going to make the testing scores that the school wants, they will do everything they can to put that student in a class where they can do everything up to and including, and I have been told this and it infuriates me, including modifying the grade on a curve because of the fact that they need the class. I find that's absolutely stupid. It's ridiculous. You're not forcing students to try to get to where everybody is. You're saying that where you are is just fine. Everybody else is just ahead of you, but that's okay. That's not what we want to be teaching our kids. What we want to teach them is, well, you are not inherently better than another person. You can strive to be better than other people by doing better than they do, by being better than they are, by being better people than they are. Yay, Tim, how you doing? The next pick is the true shit. I have so much to say about school. The problem I see is that years ago, and I want to say it kind of ended as I was finishing school, because my last couple years there was less of a drive to try and overachieve everybody else and more of a drive to try and get everybody to where the higher grades were. And it became almost streamlined test taking in my last couple years, so I just dropped out and took the state exam, and I was golden. I can't say that I 100% disagree with where schools have gone, because yes, students are relatively smarter, but they don't have any idea how to work for the things that they're after. They don't have any respect or responsibility for what they do have, and it's not that teachers have the responsibility to teach them that or otherwise. It's that they are still teaching them otherwise. You are just as important as everybody else, even if you don't do your work. You are just as important as everybody else, even if you don't try. You are just as important as everybody else, even if you try and do a terrible job because you just pretended to try. And that's a problem that I have. You can't allow students to think that the shittiest job is just as good as the best job that you can do, because it's just going to breed a bunch of people who don't give a goddamn about what they're doing. My teacher used to put me in a closet in the 2nd grade. Also been dragged by my neck collar in different schools. 2 bad experiences. Been homeschooled since. Yeah, schools. All right, I want you to think about it this way. This is a school mentality comparison, but schools are kind of equal to a prison. In all except that you don't sleep there. You are shuffled around in lines on times with no retaliation. You have no rights. You're subject to search and seizure. You're subject to different rules that don't quite make sense because you're in school. You're in a government organized controlled program. So it's very, very much like prison. Equal outcome is not equality. That is true. That is what I fight for. It's equality of opportunity, not equity of outcome. Somebody who gets a 30 in science should not also be working in the rocket lab with somebody who had 101 in science. And trying to tell somebody that 30 was just as good is ridiculous. And at the same time, trying to tell somebody, or trying to inherently, while it not being the point, tell students that, well, because you're a man and not a woman, you're not marginalized and you don't qualify for as many things that will help you get through school or pay for school or anything like that. You don't qualify for assistance the same. You don't qualify for this. You don't qualify for that because women need more help than men do. That's bullshit too. Tim, I'll have you on anytime you want. I try not to get any one person on too many times or too often, but I'll have you on. Jeez, getting on me in my timer while I'm just rambling on about school. Maybe I should talk about Pogs and you'll let me go for another 20 minutes, huh? What are we talking about next? Anybody? Going once, going twice, nobody in the green room, no tweet messages. TV. All right, I suppose. Television. Benefits and drawbacks to British television licensing fee. Did it have an intended purpose it fulfilled? Do I have any Brits in the chat? Do I have anybody from the UK in the chat? Tim, aren't you from the UK? I could be very, very wrong. It happens a lot. Anybody in here that pays for the television licensing fees? PBS, the public broadcasting station. This show has been brought to you by donations from viewers like you. Reading Rainbow. I can do anything as I'm drawing out the words because I don't remember what they are. And I don't know the words to this song. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda. I'm holding. And don't intend to start. Okay, so to the best of my understanding, we'll move on to the TV licensing fee. To the best of my understanding, the TV licensing fee was meant for the nation, or the whatever the fuck it's supposed to be called, to gather enough money to put together television programming for their citizens. And it's supposed to offer them regular, wanted programming, news, weather, reports, things like that, as well as other programming. So here is a dumb question. If everybody pays a licensing fee, is there abundance of commercials run from companies also paying to be on that? Or do they separate the channels? Like, does BBC not run on... or does BBC run on the licensing fee but not run commercials? Or... Take a look, it's in a book of Reading Rainbow. Damn it, I'm easily distracted. I gotta stop reading the chat while I'm talking. The thought being, the money goes to BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. We have to pay extra to get some of the BBC channels we already paid for. Okay, so it's only supposed to pay for that. And then are there commercials on top of the BBC funding that is required of the taxpayers? Because this was an interesting one, and I did try to invite a Brit today. I tried to invite Omegon with no reply. I also tried to invite a Canadian, so hey. It's curious to me in America when you watch TV, people get really annoyed. A lot of TV is just packed with commercials. If you get onto YouTube and watch certain shows, it's packed with commercials. Some from the YouTube advertising, some from outside advertisers, and some from the damn people going, hey, make sure to check out my Blue Yeti. Sorry, no negative implies there towards anybody in particular. Just don't show me an ad and then advertise something to me when your video starts. I get pissed. Turn off your ads. I don't know. That's just my opinion. So if they take... I had Cog on last week. I don't try to get people on all the time. Try Countdown Killer. That's not a bad idea. I don't know if he'd see the messages I send him, though. Welcome, Regine. Always good to have you. In theory, in reality, no, in reality, yes, Saki. So, does that mean that you guys do have commercials playing on the BBC paid programming that you pay taxes for, but then you also pay extra taxes for the same channels that you already have? I'm a little confused on that, and that's why I wanted to make this one of the topics. Apparently, I don't know anything about it. That's always something good to talk about, is something I know nothing about. I'm sure the benefits are that at least you know you'll have that TV. The drawback is I have seen some of the programming that comes across the BBC, and it is absolute garbage. However, they're usually politically biased. Okay. Some of the shows that are made in conjunction with BBC, like they're made by another company, but they got a little BBC logo put on them. I've seen a few shows and they're not horrible. But other shows and commercials and ads I've seen are just absolutely mind-fucking. What? Monkey butt, monkey bone, nice pants. Are you guys just testing all of my commands? Go for it. Go for it. Also, if you think that me opening up the access to the Nightbot commands for the rest of you to see means that you're going to find the one that makes the bot flip out, you're wrong. Why is everybody paying attention to my timer? I try not to. That's why I took the noises away. Move along. Stop talking about dumb things. Move along, sir. Stop staring through the window. That pharmacist isn't going to help you today. Move along. I need my medication. That's 7 months in jail, sir. But sir, I need my medication. 7 months. Keep talking, I'll make it 9. What do we got here? Salt. It's not salt. Malevolent Rider says it's Saki's turn to pick sex. New program. Could hair pulling, spanking, slapping, and more be abuse, even if the person wanted and enjoyed it? We'll do government next because Reaper wanted sex. No, case closed. It's BDSM. So here is a thought. Just outside of the actual sex conversation, let's break this down. If, whether somebody asked you to or not, you caused somebody physical abuse, that would then be breaking the law. However, it is up to somebody to charge you with what you have done. Okay? So, if you do something that's entirely consensual and you do it within the bounds that are consented to, and you do end up causing harm, you are legally abusing them. However, you are not legally in trouble in the United States unless somebody files charges against you. However, now in the UK, I believe, it doesn't matter if a person files charges against you, the government can now file charges against you. Alright, so let's look at the chat. Not if it's consensual. Abuse is abuse. I don't care if the consent, it's still abuse. If they consent, okay. Well, it's abusive sexually, but not abusive violent. Saki was in the bedroom, it's not abuse. See, and that's where I thought this one, separate it and put it back together again. Now, some women do enjoy, grab a handful of hair, grab the whole head full in a handful. And as long as you don't pull one individually or one more than another, you're not really hurting them on that. But we've all seen the triple and quadruple and 7X rated videos where people come out with their skin having gone in white, coming out bright red, and, in some cases just on the edge of bleeding, depending on what cruelty you're watching. You have to both look at this from the legal standpoint as in, okay, the person did ask for this. You did give them what they asked for, shy of obviously and hopefully killing them, because that's also worse. If they don't file charges, then is what you did okay? So this makes it the interesting question. If somebody's not, okay, we're going to leave this out of Britain right now so that people don't get charges filed for staring through windows or, memeing online. But if no one presses charges against you for what you did, that means they were okay with it and did still consent with it. Or 10 years later, can this be a Me Too movement? I asked for it. He gave me what I asked for, but it really wasn't what I expected it to be during. And this gets you into the, okay, if some women do prefer their men to be the aggressor, then some women enjoying this and most women not enjoying and or later questioning and causing problems means that you'll get men realizing that, okay, most women don't like this, and then the ones that do will be ostracized because it will be found wrong after time. So which way do you want this to swing? Well, let's looking at this all the way across, because I have nobody to bounce the ideas off of. Let's look back at the chat. If they agree, I agree. If they consent, it's fine. However, it's still abuse. I'm thinking that shit is abusive for anything. And then somebody put the Jolly Roger up there. Okay. I have to say that I have known women to like these things, and having been raised in a house of women and always told never to abuse, don't overpower, you don't hit them back, you just walk away. Having a woman ask me to do these things is like, so what are you saying? All this time I was trained the wrong way? Is that what you're telling me? Don't hit girls unless they ask you for it. But then when they ask you for it, if they change their mind, you're in trouble. I know people who like these things. I call them minions. You have a lot of people. It's not 5 or 30% of the population. You have a lot of people, by hundreds of thousands of people, who literally practice being tortured or torturing people. There's entire how-to videos on tying knots or restraining somebody or how to apply the right amount of pain without going too far. It's a matter of, 1, consensuality, and 2, are you okay, mostly as a man keep this in mind. Yes, I'm going to be a little sexist on this, but mostly as a man, you get a little more worried about causing harm to a woman even if she asks for it. If that makes any sense. Because the woman could turn around and go, no, it was this and he hit me. And the man has everything to lose. In almost every case, especially even in the United States, the man's usually the one arrested first.
Why is everybody on my goddamn timer? I'm getting rid of the timer.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What time do we got? We're already in, what, the third topic? Second topic? Yo, we finished 3 topics in less than 30 minutes. I gotta slow this shit down. Why is everybody at me about my timer? Multiple video cameras. You gotta get every angle. Yes, baby, hit me harder, harder, harder. Sorry, parents. I'm not a bad person. I just like sex. It's fun. What's next, guys? We were supposed to do something. Let's see if I can still see it. Sex certainly got us some conversations in the chat. I want to say Saki picked government. Was it government? It was government. Look, there he is with government again. Oh, they're sleeping now. They heard sex and they were like, yeah, that tired us right out. We're good. We're good. We're going to take a nap now. Why can't the world unify under one government? This is the conversation. Why is nobody here in the green room? Nobody's in the green room. I also sleep after sex. I don't. I like sex in the morning. It gets my blood flowing. And then in the afternoon, keep the heart going. And then in the evening, just before bed, it helps tire you out. Good day. Good day. Because people are pricks. I like the LGBTQ because I like laughing at Riley videos. After school, they sleep. Okay. Here is a thought. Most of the people in my chat are United States citizens. Let's relate there. I could be very wrong. Half the people in my chat are probably bots, for the record. You can pop in anytime you want, Reaper. You just gotta hit up the green room. That's how that goes. If we unified under a world government, let's say the United Nations was a world governing body and not an oversight committee to pay attention to what's going on in the world. Let's say they were the governing body and decided what countries were and were not permitted to do under what circumstances. In that case, anything that they set out would become the law. And if a country underneath the world government decided to break that law, they'd be liable from the world government like a state would from the national government. You wouldn't have to kill national governments. You would merely have to... Why did that not work? There, it did work. Okay. You would merely have to make the national governments fall within the world government rules. So let's look at UK and the EU now. So the EU is the European Union, and within the European Union there's 17 countries, including those within the UK, the United Kingdom, which is 4 countries. Pardon me if I don't get all of it right. And then you have all of the individual countries. And every country in that UK then has to abide by their national laws, by UK laws, and by EU law. And then if there were a world government, they'd have to follow the NATO law, whatever that would be. And that just becomes... Does that become too much bureaucracy? What would they disallow? Would the world government start treating people like... Unwanted Reaper, if you're listening to me, you're in the great debate. You're just muted. Waiting for you. It would just be like if the world government said something like California did with, hey, we believe coffee is now cancerous and we would like people to all have a label. Now, not just a state or a country, but now the whole world has to label their coffee could cause cancer. And That's a larger impact than a nation making the decision. Also, let's take a world government into order. I want to say, though a lot of people believe English is the number one language, I want to say there's more people on the planet that speak Chinese or something. I don't know. I don't think English is the number one worldwide language. And with that, what would our world language be? And how would a worldwide language affect trade and communication? Spanish is number one last time you checked. Okay, it could be Spanish right now. But how would that affect communication? Would countries have to start teaching all second languages Spanish no matter what your first language was? Would we go to English because it may not be the predominant one, but it's spread the farthest? Me un poquito español habla en inglés, por favor. And then Spanish. I hope somebody's looking this up for me. If we were under one government, the rules that one government set down would be totalitarian. In which case, I don't think you would get enough countries to agree on some sort of regulated voting system from country to country. I think they would all prefer that somebody ran the world government, and then however each national government wanted to run theirs. I do see it would be a horrible world government. It would be no voting, more totalitarian, rules being set into motion. My goddamn time! I'm gonna put a I need picture-in-picture over the timer. Hide it. How we doing, Reaper?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm not doing too bad. We're just breezing through the show today.
Yeah, you're a bit roboting on my...
I'm roboting on your end. Is that me? That could very well be me. I restarted my computer really early this morning, and then I was doing a lot of messing around trying to get shit set up. Let's see if I can't kill some stuff. Oh, that probably might be me. I see you going in and out. Try talking now.
Better?
It is a bit better. Maybe it is me.
Well, technical issue bingo.
Technical issues. We can do this. I can try and bring his volume up a little bit for everybody. Oh, he is breaking up there.
And how's this?
A little better. Let me see if I can bring your volume to 160%. Hopefully that's not going to blast anybody's ears. All right, what would you like to do next?
Well, we just did everybody's, didn't we? So,
oh wow, you really are crackling out there. I'd say F5, but we're in Discord, so smash your computer. I barely heard that. Tim says we should do LGBT. I think Reaper went to restart. Oh, there he is. I'll pull him in. Does offering specific protections and rights to LGBT plus discriminate against the non-LGBT plus persons? This is important, everybody. This is part of what I'm talking about. Please, if you do need your teddy, go grab your teddy and give it a big hug. Rip it off of somebody's hand and make sure you protect it from Lindsay. One of the Okay, so I'll reread it for everybody. Does offering specific protections and rights to to the alphabet discriminate against non-LGBT plus members? My computer's fucking up? My computer's probably fucking up. It looks like I'm lagging. Am I lagging to everybody? My computer keeps telling me I'm lagging, but everything's green. I hate that. Okay, so let's look at it like this. If a person, I am lagging, so it is my computer, it isn't Reaper. So Reaper, I apologize if you're listening. Just finish your stream. Okay. It's probably YouTube as well. They're probably trying to make changes, and I've noticed a lot of even people whose shows don't usually lag, getting a little bit of lag. Oh, yep. If it gets blurry, that is the setting I have to prevent it from lagging as badly. So when it does get blurry, I apologize. It keeps it from lagging as bad. I'm assuming either my computer's trying to kick me off or YouTube's trying to kick me off, but I'm going to try and push through it. Yeah, it's not just me then, Saki. I've noticed a lot of people getting booted because their stream just isn't connecting properly, or they can't even figure out. One of the problems I see is if you tell somebody they can't be discriminated against because of their orientation and things, that depending on how you write the laws, you're making it so that people who claim to be under this label with, how do you ask for proof? But they claim to be under this label, and then they just write it. You can't tell me no because I'm LGBTQ plus. You can't tell me I can't live here. You can't overcharge. You can't treat me like this. I'm special. I am very special, and I can't be treated like the rest of these people. I'm a little separate from the LGBTQ plus, but I'm a woman. I deserve extra money to go to college. Well, I'm a man. I deserve college too. Well, men have been going to college for years. You don't deserve anything. What? That's what that feels like. So, yes, I hate the fact that I still watch fucking Riley videos. It bothers me when you're retaliation for, but you're telling me because white men in the past have done things that me living now, not in the past, having nothing to do with any of that, am not allowed to do things because I'm also a white man. I can't apply for grants because there aren't as many for me. I can't get assistance because I'm not bearing children. And when you look at offering LGBTQ plus or somebody, unless I'm fucking you in the ass, I do not care. What? What did I miss? Any discrimination is bad. Discriminating for one group is discriminating against others. Look at the affirmative action. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to talk about here is affirmative action. I wasn't really bringing it up as affirmative action, but that's what I'm talking about. I guess for the trans, then just, well, if people are not comfortable with a man going into the girls' room, put the legwork and move to more fit in. If they want to take it in the ass, it's fine. Alright, I actually have a problem with bathrooms. I, as a man, have a problem being elbow to elbow with another man while he is also holding his dick in front of a urinal. I have a problem with bathrooms being so socially engineered. Would that be the best one? Time up, but I'll give you an extra 10 minutes or 5 since YouTube fuck up. I'll talk as long as I want to talk. I'm done talking now. What was I saying? bathrooms should be. I really do like the individual family bathrooms or the handicap bathrooms when you go into somebody or into a place that has that third bathroom in the middle and you're just like, fuck y'all, I'm going in here and locking the door. Sit down, take a shit in peace. Why not? Nobody's gonna bother me in this individual room. It's almost like going home and locking the door and enjoying the newspaper or something. And I never did understand the elbow to elbow, and then you get the men's rooms that don't even have the divider between the stalls, and then you're literally elbow to elbow, and you're just staring at that water knuckle on the top of the urinal like, come on, can I pee any faster? Can I pee any faster? Can I pee any faster? Cool, I'm done. Shake, 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 flush. Get me the fuck out of here. Me too, Boris. Me too. Damn it. Are them guys peeking over? Or are the kids in there playing on the floor looking at you? Because you can see the fucking kid's head laying on the floor going, Daddy, there's somebody in there. Hey, how's your day going, bud? I'm peeing. Yeah, we all are. Okay, bye. I bother closing the door when somebody's home. I don't bother closing the door when nobody's home. Something I will look forward to in about 13 to 15 years, depending on my children. Let's see. It's 2:43. I think I've exhausted talking about this without somebody. I'm wondering... Maybe it works now. I never know what's going on, but we'll put him right there. We'll see what happens. We'll pull things around. We'll make shit happen. One more. We'll get one more out. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I suppose we can get a 6th one off the show today. Knick knack paddywhack, give Saki your bone.
So it's better now?
It's a little better now.
Okay, good.
We'll see how long it lasts. What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about them.
Say that again.
How do you the internet? Sorry.
Internet.
Yeah, my lovins. The internet.
It's for porn. If the internet is international, does someone in China have the same rights and access to and on the internet as an American?
Well, you would say yes, logically, but we all know it's not the truth.
Yes, I want to talk about porn. No, hell no. Depends on how good the Chinese hacker is. Okay, so this is something I was thinking about. I have a VPN that I use depending on what site I go to because it only gives me so much per month before I pay for it. That VPN allows me to connect in other sites that other sites from other nations that I would want to connect to access different material. And yes, China has the same right online. They have the same access, but the Chinese government prohibits access to certain sites and certain domains. Reber, how is your internet over there? Does your country prohibit access to specific sites or browsing areas?
As far as I know, we don't have any restrictions on our internet now.
No internet. That was a bit jumbled. I blame Discord, just because it's Discord. No restrictions on the internet, and that is important to people like Americans who want to be able to access any and all information. What happens when you start taking things away? Is the freedom of the individuals using the service being taken away by the service not being allowed to access the individual? Countries are subject to censorship laws, yes, and China has quite a few of them.
Like says, countries are subject to censorship laws, but In this country, we value our freedom all, and we all have freedom of speech thing here, and stuff like that. So I think the internet for us. It's never that I go to websites in there and I got blocked from it because I'm not allowed to go there from this country unless it's blocked from the country itself.
China has way less than North Korea. Does North Korea even have internet other than Kim Jong Un? Yeah.
I think so.
Worse than R2D2. I was gonna say it sounded like Stephen Hawking ran into a telephone pole, but you know.
Okay. No. Don't blame Discord for this one. Yeah. Just let you talk to yourself.
I hate talking to myself. I'm the worst buddy. I insult myself left and right. I don't know what's left and right when I'm talking to myself.
Okay. I'll see you later, Boris.
I will see you later. Have a good one. Thanks for trying. Oh, it was worth the attempt, wasn't it? Sounds like the love child of Hawking and Davros. Davros! Didn't Hawking have a kid? One daughter? I don't remember. Did his wife have sex with him after he couldn't move? Is that rape? Is it on the internet? Rule 34, I said it, it must exist, right? Bleep, 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 crackle, motherfuckers. So if I said it, it must exist. There is Stephen Hawking internet molestation porn out there somewhere. I believe this is the part of the show where I just sit here and chat with you guys for like 10 minutes. Not everybody around the world has the same access. Different sites are blocked by different countries. Countries have regulations over what their citizens are and are not allowed to see, including now the United States with the new FOSFA Act telling us that people cannot sell themselves on sites, and the sites are now responsible for people selling themselves. Well, I'm sorry. If I want to sell my cock to some girl for $40, as long as I wrap it twice, I still want the $40, and now I can't do it on Craigslist. This sucks. But North Korea's internet is super censored. Yes, it is overly censored. They're not allowed to see or do much of anything. They're all sent out to die on fishing boats because the fish are so far out in the water. It is an oddball day. It is a Tuesday, and no North Korea, not used North Korea internet yet. North Korea. I don't ever intend to use North Korean internet. I wonder if when you walk into the country, you're automatically infested with hungry people. Is it like a zombie country? Child porn is removed and that shit, but for the rest. Beat me to it. Got like 5 people in North Korea and a handful of internet. Oh, that have the full internet. Yeah, one of them is the leader. And probably his lovers. Did I say that out loud? Is Kim Jong-un going to send a bomb to my house? You better send it by UPS. Alright. I'm not funny today. I'm just not feeling it. What's the matter with me? I'm just mildly excited about the show. Nothing big. I was sitting here playing around and programming. Beat me to the timer. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I beat you to the timer. Wasn't going to take that this time. When it hit 1, I made it disappear. Yeah. What it is this morning for the questions I was looking for generic stuff, I'm trying to brainstorm some ideas, and at the same time my kids are on their vacation, so I'm also trying to keep them occupied and quiet. And right before the show, it's like, okay, is your room clean? Is this done? Is this done? Here's a movie, sit and be quiet. And I sat down in front of my computer and went, what the fuck am I doing? I made the whole screen disappear. Wow, good thing somebody told me. That's all messed up. No, I screwed it up. Like him and 5 people in North Korea have the internet. Oh, look at that. That tells you what screens I watch. When I'm running the game, I watch the screen that is on. The game and the OBS are on one screen. And on the other screen, I have the chat. I have two bots. I have the window for monitoring. I have the auto monitoring. I have the voice meter. And right now I have it closed. But there's another window I have with all the bot stuff. Let's take a few minutes, because I've been debating doing a bot stream. Who wants more bot commands? Who wants me to add more bot commands? And where did I put that window? Here we go. Here we go. I've got all the bots on my screen. What am I doing with the bots today? If nobody noticed, yes, the bots killed them all. If nobody noticed, when you gamble in my chat, all of the gambling fixes, the check your bones, throw your bones, and the bone heist all now have auto responses because I was bored. In addition to that, no, it's bone heist and bones. Did I put throw bones in there? I thought I put throw bones in there. Maybe I didn't. Every day I look on YouTube. 13 hours with 119 bones, and then any second now, my bot will catch up and say, "Knick knack, paddywhack, give unwanted Reaper your bone." So, there's that. If you type in gamble, it makes Skullbot gamble, and I had to give him some bones to lose. So, Skullbot's got bones to gamble with now. See, there it goes. You don't have to put the exclamation and then gamble. If you type gamble, it'll just make Skullbot gamble 5 bones. I killed the stream. Did I? No, I didn't. Stop lying to me. What did I do? I didn't do nothing. It's still going. Gamble, 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 gamble. You can type in cock. You can type in dick. You can type in damn it. You can type in... Oh, why is that one even still there? Does this mean we can do the thing, question mark, with an A, not an I? Fuck you, bot. Dark Sasuke is at work, but I have one in here that if somebody says, "Hello, Dark Sasuke." Let's see, what else do I got? I love this. What else is in here? Oh, yeah. And piss. You guys saw the one that was sex. Now it says yes, please. There's STFU. And I'm not reading them all, guys. I'm just giving you a bunch of them. I added WTF or FTW as a command in chat. Also, there's the heart-eyed smiley face. That's been in there for a while. I noticed it's still there. Let's see, what else do I got? That's all one bot. There's 57 commands on that bot. And then, if you are a bonehead, I forget what the bonehead requirements are, you can type in ass bone, 2 separate words, into the chat. If you are a regular, and I forget who the regulars are, you can type in the word boned into chat. You can also type fuck you Nightbot, 2 words for Nightbot, and fuck you, Nightbot, 1 word for Nightbot. The word purple is still in there, but it does not fritz the bot out anymore. You can type "this means war," 3 separate words, or you can type "monkey bone," "phasers loaded." You can type "polish my bone." You can type "STFU Nightbot." And then you can say "you Nightbot," as Nightbot is 1 word and Nightbot is 2 words. And we all know that if you smile, or if you put the smiling emoji there, the Nightbot will threaten to smash your teeth. On to the next bot. The next bot doesn't have that many. And I don't know what permissions are, but I think 6 people are regulars. And you can type in the word "hi," just HI, or you can type in the word "bone." Both of those have auto responses. On the everyone level, you can type the word "bot." You can also type the word "bye," as in BYE. And you can type the word "hello," which will probably get a couple different bot, because I think "hello" is also on one of the other lists. So, that's not even all of them. There's more. There are more, and I will be programming more. So, oh, I'm going to put that one in there. "I'm a man now." What bot needs to say that? We'll put it in this one. And "I'm a man now." And what will the command for "I'm a man now" be? Alright. How about the word "here"? Boris. You want the command to be Boris? You know what? The command is Boris. BORIS. "I'm a man now." And I already closed my audio, so I can't play it. But I can probably, because I noticed I can do weird things, I might be able to program it so that when somebody with the right rank says the right word, it'll automatically do this.
"I'm a man now."
Over my stream, instead of having to donate to make me say things or have things played. I could make
"I'm a man now."
Shut up.
"I'm a man now."
I hope you guys are all enjoying yourselves. It has been a weird show. I'm looking for new guests. If anybody happens to watch this show, make sure to get hold of me on Twitter, get hold of me on somewhere, somehow, and I will invite you on. Until then, here's some music to say goodbye.